So I thought this was pretty funny. So obviously, right now, Matt Canada is not very well loved in Pittsburgh, right? The fans were screaming for him to be fired. You know, their offense is struggling. It is what it is, which is kind of sad too, because I'll be honest, in Pittsburgh's defense, that defense could probably have led them to a lot of wins this year, just based on that. But their offense is kind of struggleless. So there was a Dan Robbins, Twitter account that constantly would post on everyone who would talk crap about the Steelers, or obviously Matt Canada would talk crap about Kenny Pickett, and he would respond. Now this, of course, is not Matt Canada, right? Well, someone decided to try to see what email was connected to this account. And they went ahead and clicked on forgot password, typed in the username, DannyFootball77. And when you do that, it will actually show you like the email that you used to go ahead and create your account. So this is the email that is connected to Dan Robbins or DannyFootball77. It's MA, a lot of colons, at S, a lot of more, and then dot, obviously, com. Which, the email connected, well, Matt Canada's email, is MatthewCanada@Steelers.com. Now, there was some people who said, well, this is not actually the correct email because the Steelers use like @Steelers.com. But again, there's on the website, they actually have this exact email that you can email the Steelers at, which is this exact same one. So let's go ahead and break it down. Let's talk about it because this is kind of getting crazy. Again, this is all alleged at the end of the day. This is not 1000% proof this is him, but chances are this might be him. And with everything going on, I would not be surprised. So the first comment is Kenny Pickett might not be it. But we don't know his full potential until he gets a real offense coordinator. Matt Canada is certainly not helping him out with his development. Dan Robbins responds. And then when the next guy doesn't magically turn into Patrick Mahomes, he'll be cast away too. Okay. Next comment. No way in HL or HE double hockey sticks I'm giving up on Kenny Pickett. Get the kid an offensive line and a better offense coordinator. This kid can play. Get him the tools he needs to let plays develop. Dan Robbins responds, so the offensive line is an excuse for Kenny Pickett struggles? But the OC is expected to turn water into wine. That makes sense. What you're going to see in this video, guys, is that he defends every single time someone talks trash about Matt Canada. George Pickens is a superstar on any other team with a competent OC. George Pickens has had 30 targets through 4 games. That's the same guy like CeeDee Lamb. Canada gets him involved. Get your facts straight. Oh, this is definitely not Matt Canada, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely not Matt Canada. Steelers are recycling the same plays. They thought this play would work again, and it ended up being an interception. Put both videos side by side for Yinzers to see. And not Matt Canada responds, wow, shocker. I guess Canada must possess the quarterback to throw an interception. A better ball, and that's a game-changing play. He's defending the play calling of Pittsburgh. Not many people do that. That's actually a very interesting situation. By the way, Steelers center Mason Cole was heated after this play, started stalking to the sideline, ripped his helmet off. A22 cut it off, but saw on TV broadcast him motioning to run the ball to the sideline. Can't say I blame him. And of course, you already guessed it, our man went ahead and quote tweeted it. That's a hole right there up the middle, an easy conversion. That play was designed to clear out the middle of the field. It worked. Kenny bailed on it. It happens. Buckle up for this one. Since 2021, the Steelers have had more first quarter drives end in turnovers, 15, than they've had end in touchdowns. They're the only team in the league with such a stat. Is Canada the one turning the ball over too? Here's the funny thing, right? And this is kind of like a good example. Half of these things aren't even talking about Matt Canada. But this Dan Robbins is bringing Matt Canada into every single circumstance possible. So this tweet, in hindsight, could just be, hey, listen, Kenny Pickett sucks, right? That could just be what that tweet's talking about. But Dan Robbins feels very attacked for someone he's not. Matt Canada, right? But he feels very attacked by it. And he's like, hey, this stat right here, this looks like it's Matt Canada's stat. This looks like you're attacking Matt Canada. Now, obviously, turnovers, yes, could be, say the offensive coordinator problem. Usually with turnovers, though, I would say more or less the offensive line and probably going to be the quarterback. But Matt Canada is not happy with that. The Steelers offense has had the least plays per drive, the worst 3-and-out percentage in the NFL, the worst plays per yards per play on first downs. Only drove into the red zone once in 26 first half drives this season. Sheest. And then obviously it's a thing. Let's talk about Matt Canada. And you already know our boy had to respond. He said, "Are you watching the same games from 2023 we are?" He said, "Yup, I watched Pittsburgh's offense dominate in Oakland. Do enough in Cleveland, San Francisco, and Houston are juggernauts. And the Steelers met at the wrong time. Not much they could have done yesterday." Next one. Alright, let's get it trending even more. Hashtag Fire Matt Canada. The non-Matt Canada responded, "Steelers Nation found a new scapegoat. Wonder how long it takes until the next guy's on the hot seat." Matt, you are a bad OC, bro. You are a bad OC. Stephen A is going to break some blood vessels in his head if he does not be careful when talking about Matt Canada. Oh, so gaining 400 yards is more important than winning now? Canada's scheme helped the Steelers sustain long drives and control the clock last year. If you want to watch teams put up yards, check out the Minnesota Vikings. That's how that's going for them. How's that going for them? Sorry. Let's talk about Matt Canada. Not just for this year, since he came to town. First, really think when was the last time the Steelers defense played poorly? But they won because of their offense. The numbers are stacking. And our boy responded, "Every offense in the NFL is predictable. It's down to players to overcome that. Coaches know Mahomes is going to Kelsey, but the Vikings are going to Jay Jettis. That doesn't help stop them from getting the ball. The Steelers have a talent issue, not an offensive coordinator issue." And finally, Stephen A. Smith is screaming about Matt Canada right now. And the non-Matt Canada responds, "Todd Haley, Randy, now Matt Canada. Who's the common denominator here? It's Mike Tomlin and Chris Boswell." Jesus. Now, if this actually is Matt Canada, which it looks like it is, if it actually is, he will be fired. He will be fired for this because not only is he obviously putting down his quarterback, Kenny Pickett, not only is he saying, again, Mike Tomlin's the problem, Chris Boswell's the problem, offensive line's the problem. There's so many if and buts. You're going to be let go after something like this if it does end up being proven it is him. And with all this going around social media that this potentially could be him, I promise you the Steelers are looking into it. They're trying to find out. They're going to, do everything they can to figure out who this is. And if this actually is him, we're going to probably we won't see a public statement from the Steelers about this, but what will end up happening is probably behind closed doors, they will tell him, "Hey, Matt, because of what you did, you're going to be fired. Now, we're not going to put you on blast right now and, air this out and, make a fun of you because that's not the professional way to do things." They're going to say, instead, what you're going to do is this offseason, you're going to step down. And that's pretty much how that will work. They won't go out there and put out a statement saying, "Oh, we caught him, guys. We caught him in 4K. That's him." What they're going to say is, "Matt, out of respect for organization and respect for you, we are going to ask you to please step down this offseason. If you do not, we will have to fire you." And that's kind of how they handle a lot of these situations. Recently with the Chicago Bears defense coordinator, when the thing happened with him, and there was all that, hoopla and problems. they ended up, the Bears really didn't put out a statement at all. They just pretty much said, hey, listen, we're confident in the guys we have, and we're just going to move forward with them. So that's kind of how this is going to probably go. It's not going to be that dramatic by the Steelers' part. They're not like that as an organization. They're going to keep a very tight lip and just kind of, move on from there. We might see Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter come out and say the real reason, but from a perspective of the Steelers, it's just going to be literally like, hey, listen, we know this is you. Please step down after the season's over. We're not going to make a public hoopla about this season, because obviously if you do, even if you if he fires in this season, then there's going to be a problem, because then they're going to be like, oh, this is because of this. And the Steelers right now, especially, with their situation going on when they lost last week, they do not want the, backlash. That's all this attention right now. So they're going to try to avoid it and sweep it on the rug. I'm sure the reporter's going to ask questions about this at the next press conference, and they're going to try their best to just avoid any kind of conversation about this. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.